Shit, how do we do this?
Shit, I don't even know. I'm bad at this stuff.
Like last time was good, but it was so choppy, like the voice when I looked at, because I was learning how to use OBS, so all that fucking shit, like, was just fucked up. Like, it was okay, but some parts, not everything was recorded, so I don't know. So I don't have that inspiration right now, so let me just fucking get myself together. Okay. Is it alright? This could be long, like.
Yeah.
Okay, I did with Dennis for like 2 hours, and we edited it. It came out to 1 hour 30 minutes. So you were like probably the only person that's left. So it's gonna be like 10 episodes total. Even if nobody's listening, dude, I'm just gonna fucking complete 10 episodes and give it a tech. All right, let's do this. All right, what's going on, everybody? No, hold on. What's up? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Altair. I got a guest in here today. Her name is Maddy, but that's the name she went by. So I'm not trying to dox her or something. No, let me start again. Oh, dude. All right. What's up, everybody? My name is Altair. I got Maddy here. She goes by the name of Goddy on Discord. What's going on, Maddy?
Hey, not much. Just chilling, smoking. You already know the vibes.
Okay. All right. So we're redoing this again. I know we had our first session before, but now we got to redo it. So you're smoking right now? What are you smoking?
Yes, I am smoking on Sunset Sherbert still. I got this shit is real good right now to me. This is my shit right now. So I'm on that one right now.
Right. So let me ask you, I hate this part where I got to ask questions, but I don't mind asking it. It's just like at some sessions, I don't feel like asking questions. I just feel like chilling out with the guest, just chill, have a talk. It's got to be nothing personal, but it's just, like, just kick it, Sometimes I don't feel like asking questions, and sometimes I do, but I just want to have just a decent conversation, related to XAT, So I've known you for a couple of years through Flirt Chat, on specifically Flirt, not other XAT. I don't even remember when I first started talking to you, but I know it was many years ago. So you used to be on Divine Time, I think.
Oh yeah, I used to frequent Flirt. Before then I was on Messenger Freak. I guess there was quite a few people there too. We just kind of migrated. I don't even know who I used to even really talk to back then. We all just kind of shifted and went to Flirt and, JBZ and Luna Gomez Zone. So, yeah, I've been on there for quite a long time, yeah.
Okay. That's pretty awesome. So, have you ever had any crazy experiences on XAT?
I mean, I've gone back and forth with a lot of people, the whole troll and exposing era when everyone was big into that. I was definitely, I guess, a participant, and I definitely got a lot of shit back. I think the only really crazy thing that happened was when I got a picture leaked. That was literally like 10 years ago. So aside from that, I don't think anything too crazy has happened. Not that I consider. I mean, other people, they get doxxed and swatted and all that shit. So nothing like that ever happened to me.
Right. Well, I've been doxxed before. So what do you mean picture? Can you go back and explain that? I'm confused. You mentioned something about a picture of you getting exposed, or?
Yes. Okay. So back when I was a teenager, I was like 16 or 17. I sent a picture, an explicit picture to a friend of mine, just asking them, their thought process on it, because, I never took a picture like that. It wasn't meant to be in any type of way. I mean, I guess I should have thought about it a little bit more before I did it. But, I sent it to him, and then they sent it to somebody else, and then it went from there, and it just was a downward spiral at that point in time. So, yeah, it was definitely an experience.
So they were a picture of your nudes, basically.
Yeah, just one picture, and I guess some people found my Facebook and got some, random pictures from there and, spread them around. I mean, I wasn't too worried about it, but at the time I was just like, what the fuck? Kind of like, I was freaking out a little bit at first because I was young as shit. Nothing like that ever happened to me. But compared to other people, that was nothing. So I ain't got no complaints.
So, if you don't mind me asking, how old was the picture you sent to?
They were around my age. They're probably a year or two older than me. I believe they weren't much older. But yeah, it was somebody that I knew for a little bit, and I thought I could trust them. And obviously, at the time, I couldn't. So, I mean, you live and you learn. It is what it is.
Okay, so what else? Like, are there any other pictures you sent to anyone else, or just only this person?
Just that picture got out and, went around for a while. Some people, I mean, I guess it's still floating around because up until a few years ago, people were still using it and pulling it out when I would get on XAT, every once in a blue moon. And I'm just like, you're just kind of harboring, pictures of me as a minor. That's kind of weird. But it's just that one that's out. So that I know of.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fucked up that people do that shit like that. I think you're not the first person it happened to. I'm sure it happened to other people on that site, and I'm not sure what they did about it, or if they made a ticket, or some people, or what happened.
Oh, I know some people. They did report the accounts of those who did leak them. I know some people did get their shit deleted because I guess there was proof. I don't know. I didn't bother because it's like, what's the point? It can be anyone. They can get on anywhere, whether they're on an account or two. So what's the point in doing it? So, I mean, like I said, my experience wasn't as bad as other girls because I know girls, they got their shit sent to their family, their like in real life friends. And, like,
wow. You mean like family? Okay. In real life friends. That's too much. Like, that's crazy. I'm shocked that happened. Like, I didn't know about that. I mean, I heard about things like that, but I didn't know it actually happened. Even to like fucking underage people. That's fucking crazy. And the people that are doing it, I mean, it's fucked up. And I'm sorry this happened to you. So is this like the only worst thing that ever happened? Are there any other experiences, like bad experiences on that you had?
I mean, I wouldn't really consider anything else bad experience. I feel as though I've had the normal that experience, with just the banter and people going back and forth and, just kicking it with people, spamming, just talking shit for shit and giggles, So aside from, what usually happens to everybody on there, I don't think anything too crazy has happened. Unless somebody can rejog my memory. Now I'm really going to be thinking about this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to, upset you by talking about this. Like again, listen, Goddy, if there's something you don't want to talk about, and that's totally fine. I don't mean to get too personal. If you don't want to answer something, you don't have to. I'll totally respect that. Listen, it's life. People make mistakes. We're not perfect. We don't know who we're trusting. I have an issue. I don't trust everybody. And this till this day, like I've been doxxed before. So I mean, I totally get where you're coming from. Let me ask you: have you ever dated someone on XAT and then you met them in real life, in person? Someone you liked?
I did date a few times. When I was younger, teenager. At that point in time, obviously, I wasn't meeting anybody. But later on in life, a few years ago, I was talking to somebody and we did end up meeting. So yeah, that was fun. I met somebody else too, but they were just a friend. But
So
yeah.
how did that go? Like when you met them, when you saw them in person, how did you feel about it? Like,
Which one? The friend or the person I was talking to?
like the friend or the person, whoever you met on XAT, like through
Well,
XAT.
in general, I guess with both of them, I was just really excited because I've been talking to them for years. I was close with them, and in general, we're friends for a long ass time. So it was really nice to finally meet them. My friend that I met was Jermel. I know some people know that already. He only lived about 15 minutes from me when I lived in Maryland. So it wasn't awkward meeting up with him. It was literally no nervousness. We were just chilling like we always do because we were used to talking, on camera, on the phone and shit. So it was chill.
Right. Listen, I heard that there was a time on XAT many years ago when I used to be there, when I used to be super active. You used to talk to a guy named Coke, and I think that he was trying to meet with you. I remember seeing it on main chat. It wasn't like something in private. It was on main chat. I think he lived in the same state as you, and you guys wanted to meet up and hang out together. How was that?
He wanted to hang out with me. I was not down for it. I think he lives about 2 hours away from me, give or take. I used to be cool with him, but he got a little creepy and like wily. So it
Wait,
was
creepy in what sense?
like just with not with me, but with other people. Like on main chat, he would just creep on the girls and underage people and just like, oh well, I didn't know, and I'm like, yeah, well maybe you should have asked or figured it out before you decide to make your comments. He's weird. But I would never meet up with him. He asked me multiple times. He even sent me a screenshot of an email he got from an employer, with the address and location, everything, and wanted me to meet up with him for his first day for his orientation. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. He also asked me to meet him at his college, and I'm like, you're so fucking weird. I'm not doing that. I don't even like you. I don't even fuck with you. I exposed pictures of him because he's fucking disgusting, and he still talks to me like we're the best of friends or something. And I'm like, whatever, bro. I told him I don't fuck with him. So.
That's fucking crazy. So he tried to meet you at his college campus. Like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, so he was like desperate. Like, he really wanted to hook up.
Yeah, he was saying, "Oh, I want to chill with you. I want to get high with you because you're always smoking." I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "No, you wouldn't. You can't hang around my people in my parts." So,
Because he's a total nerd. Like, he's like a fucking college nerd.
Like, my people would literally laugh at him. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd, but there's an extent. You got to carry yourself a little better. My people will straight up just roast him. I mean, come on now. That's a joke.
Right. So, I mean, it's crazy. And like, is there any? I think you mentioned one time that he was in his classroom and he was trying to call you or showing you something. I don't know. Was it his cock? Like, I don't know. I don't remember, but I heard something that he was in the class trying to make contact with you.
He was in class, I guess, on his little laptop, and he was trying to get on tiny chats. He was just on XAT while he's in school talking about he got in trouble for laughing at the chat. And I'm like, bro, you really at school. You paying, well, actually, your parents are paying for you to be at college, and you just sitting there on XAT, not paying attention, literally getting in trouble for XAT in real life. That shit is so strange to me. But yes, even when he would be on vacation, I remember one time he got on vacation, he said he was with his family, and he said they were all out swimming and he didn't want to go out. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, you really need to go touch some grass, get outside. He's addicted to the internet. He'll never leave.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people addicted to the internet. I mean, that's crazy. Coke, he was trying to make contact. He was pretty obsessed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he fixates on a lot of people that just don't fuck with him.
Right.
He doesn't care, I guess. I don't know. He likes it. He's even told me before, I like it when you talk down to me and bully me and talking about you got a crush. I mean, he can't, it's not even something he can deny. I mean, pull up screenshots. Please do not play. But, I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Right. Let me ask you: if you would have met with Coke, like, what would you guys would have done? Would you guys would have been in some kind of Like you guys would have just smoked together. Like I mean, okay, did you think about like did you have like any opinions like if you wanted to meet him or you just clearly said no? Like did you even think about it that you might end up meeting him or?
Like, no, hell no, because he never talked about meeting me until after I started not fucking with him. So I definitely wouldn't. And just in general, he's not somebody I would associate with in real life. Uh, we just don't have a lot in common. He's nerdy. I mean, he don't smoke, so he can't keep up. I mean, there would be no point. I mean, I guess some people are cool with, smoking people up and seeing how lightweight they are and laughing about it. But I'm like, I just don't even like you enough, especially if I hear you doing shit with little kids. There ain't no need for you to be around me, boy.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, I remember that guy used to be so obsessed with you, and I think it's kind of pathetic that he's really obsessed, and with girls and shit on Zat, and begging them. He seems they're very desperate, for sex. I mean, desperate for attention. I don't know. He's desperate for something. Yeah, I don't really talk to Coke. That guy's weird. I don't know, man. He always tried to be like me. He's a wannabe Altair. Like he made a fucking clan on Zach called XFM. Well, he got that
Oh
from
my
my.
God.
He's such a wannabe. Like he trolls like me. He copies me. He made a server, like me, and it's called Fortland. And I don't know. He's always been a wannabe Altair, so I don't really give a shit about that dipshit. So listen. Moving on. Tell me about something else. Your experience was at like something that I didn't hear about yet. I mean, it could be good or bad. Like
Oh,
I'm sure.
okay.
I'm sure. Listen, you being on there for like 10 years or more, I'm sure there must have been something you can talk about like that we don't know. Like,
Oh, yeah. I got one story that not a lot of people know about. A few do. Only people that I actually fucked with on that.
let's hear it.
Oh my God. So Chucky, listen, me and him used to be cool as fuck, but he got weird as fuck. And long story short, he got involved in real life, my personal life, somehow.
You mentioning Chucky, the guy who used to run with Chaco?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chucky. Yeah, I know Chucky. Yeah, he's the one who introduced me to Flirt. Yeah, go
Oh my
ahead. I'm sorry.
God.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, long story short, he got in contact with somebody in my family, and he was just trying to make the moves, and I was like, that's a no-go. Like, that's weird as fuck. You're not doing that. So, I had to shut that shit down. It's just in general, how are you friends with one person and then, like I said, you take it a step too far and try to get involved in their real life with their real people and try to keep it a secret. Like, it's so weird to me. Like, I don't know. But
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm listening. If I mute my mic, it's just because I don't want any noise in the back. Listen. So Chucky did shit like that. Where he's trying to contact your family. Like I just that's fucking creepy. Like I never done shit. Look, I've been on Zach since 2008. First thing that ever happened to me as soon as I stepped foot on Flirt Chat, because I was on emo. I was always an emo dude, by the way. Growing up, I was an emo fucking nerd. Like people don't realize that. I was never like fucking all cool. I was always like the fucking nerd dude who, like I just never fit on Flirt. I was on emo chat with Vasus and Texo and Leroy. So I was always hanging out there. I came to Flirt. Chucky came to emo and he invited me to Flirt, right? So I went to Flirt and the first thing that happened to me was I got doxxed.
oh my
Social
God.
media, people saving photos. I had a chat called Rat Wars. It was a Halo chat because I was a fucking geek and a nerd. So Chucky brought me to these people and he introduced me to people in Glory City. I met fucking Anton and Ryan, fucking Sin and Nick.
Oh my
And next
God.
thing you know, Nick, I mean, I don't have a problem with Nick, but this dipshit, this Aussie dipshit, took my photo and drew a dick on it, and then they made it. I gave them I made him my admin and made him like a main owner of my Zat chat, Rat Wars, and they fucking made the chat background with my photo and a dick on it. And I just thought that wasn't cool. And, people used to bully me and they used to pick on me. But now I'm a grown man And like, I don't really like this shit doesn't bother me no more. I'm not upset when people talk shit on Zat. So I have trust issues. So I don't really trust people on Zat like that anymore. But I just think it's fucked up that, Chucky's trying to contact your family. Like, that's fucking creepy, Like, you should have, like, I don't know. Like, what do you say to that? Some guy contacting your family and he wants to, like, I don't know. What do you say to that? That's just so weird.
I called him so quick. I went the fuck off. I'm like, how? Like, why are you going to do something like that? And he was supposed to be my friend. And he's like, well, I haven't talked to you in months. I was like, because every time we talk, you try to argue. Because he liked to argue for fun. Like, and I'm not going to just sit here and go back and forth with you just because you find it entertaining and you're just taking low blows and just saying whatever the fuck you want for shits and giggles and saying, well, it wasn't that serious. Yeah, it is. You're doing too much. Learn from it. And he was just weird. He would call me and be like, oh, I'm sorry, and try to, reason with me and make excuses as to why what he did was okay. And I'm like, I just don't fuck with you no more. Like, don't contact me no more. Like, you're done. And at the time, for me, that was really like a little upsetting because me and him, we were very, very close. So it was just a side to him I ain't never seen. Like, other people have. Everyone knows him. He's fucking crazy. Like, he's crazy for real. In real life, he crazy. So it's just like, when you betray my trust, like, I'm done with you. Don't even try to reason with me. You're done. Don't talk to me. Leave.
Right. So what's Chucky doing now? Like, he quits that now after so many years on being there? He's not there no more, right? He doesn't come around?
I don't know if he does or not. I very rarely get on. I'll get on once in a blue moon. I do. I have the app. Nobody better talk shit to me because I know other people got the app too. But some people, they'll like message me on it because I guess it'll say like you're on there like idle if you have it. So, some people that I used to talk to back in the day, they'll get on once in a while and, they'll message me. So it's handy for that.
Right. So what kind of people message you on there? Like, what kind of people are?
It's mostly the people that got on a long time ago. Probably people that some don't even know or they just know them from other chats. Like, I know a lot of people from the UK for some reason. Like, there's this dude that used to get on named Nathan. He went by like Nath Panda or something. And there was a Toby. And he went by...
I heard of Toby. I don't know who that guy was. Toby... I heard of that.
He went by like Kicks or like Quicka, something like that. Yeah. I was... I think I have him on Facebook and shit too. So it's like we talk every once in a while. We'll just be like, like, hey, how are you doing? How's life? Type shit.
Right.
But yeah, it's usually people that I am close to or I have had added, on my personal social media. So the people that I actually care about, they get in contact with me.
Right. So if you go on Zat today, you think people are going to start messaging you? And I don't know.
Oh, usually every time I get on, somebody recognizes me. If I start typing, somebody, they'll say hi or they'll just start talking shit. I mean, literally, the last time I got on, somebody started coming at me and then they just started raiding the chat. So, all the different rooms opened up, ones I ain't never heard of. But damn well I went right back to Divine Time. I ain't playing with that.
Yeah, I was always on Glory City because I couldn't handle Divine Time because it was so much spams and dumb shit. Like, nobody held a real conversation on Divine Time. It was really autistic and stupid. Like, I mean, it was just nonstop spamming. And I used to see Malum there. Yeah, Malum would always be there on the top with Rapid.
I used to love her.
Yeah, I think she got married. She met some guy on Zat. What was his? I don't remember his name. I don't know. I heard. I don't know if it's true. So
shit, I don't know about that. I know I had her out on Facebook and Snapchat for a little bit, a long time ago. But yeah, a lot of the people that I was cool with too, we only did communicate through there. But there are people I really enjoyed their company, and just who they were as a person.
Right.
It's so weird hearing about people like getting fucking married on there and having kids and shit. And I'm like, yo, god damn, we getting old.
Right. So I heard stories like I don't know who told me this, but someone told me that I can't even remember the name. I'm not. It's not that I don't want to say their name. I don't fuck it. I don't mind. But this person told me that he used to talk to fucking Sin on the phone a lot. So I don't know if that's true or what. You guys had some kind of relationship going on, and you used to talk to him.
We were close friends. It was nothing weird, how he was, trying to get with, like, I guess he was apparently trying to get with younger girls or something. It was never like that with me and him. We would just kick it, we would talk, have a good time, laugh. It got to a point where I did trust him enough to give him my phone number, and we would talk on the phone, just about random shit, fucking weed and all that, and just, some life stuff, nothing too deep. But
yeah, you mentioned young girls. Like, how do you know he was trying to get with young girls? Like, did you see him? Like, did he tell you that, or just you suspect that you're assuming, or I don't know.
People, they just came out with a lot of screenshots. So just the stuff that's been floating around, and then for my personal experience, as I got older, I did think about it because when you're younger, shit is just like in one ear out the other. You're like whatever. You don't really pay much mind to it. But I remember I was specifically 17. I remember this picture that I posted because I used to, post my display pictures, me. So it was like a full body selfie, and he would send it to me and be like, "You're so fucking hot, but you're half black, and nigger this and that, and I'm not supposed to like your kind." And he would just go and rant and rave about it. He'd get drunk and start talking about it, and then he'd start calling me, and I guess just wanting my attention. If he would ever think I'm not paying attention to him, he's like, "Why the fuck aren't you giving me attention? Why aren't you talking to me? You know what? Fuck you, nigger. You're a nigger." And he'd just hang up on me. And I'm like, bro, what the hell just happened? And it got to this point, like, he just got really mad at me. I don't know why. And he just started spamming my number on the chat. And I'm like, nobody called me, but I was like, I'm done with you. You're weird. I don't know what happened to you. But after that, I don't know. I guess it was just, him in the middle of his drug and alcohol binges, rages. And I'm like, I don't like associating with that type of shit. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're not cool with any pedo shit. I agree. Pedo shit is not cool at all. And that's fucked up. I mean, the guy's a fucking nut job. He's a weirdo. Yeah, I mean, because you always hear stories and shit. Like, Zat used to be so fucked up in '08. Like, not all Zat. There was other good chats, but you know what? I'm specifically talking about Flirt. I'm not talking about other chats. Other chats are great. I think Help is a great chat, and they were moderated. They had rules, and people respected the rules. But we're strictly talking about Flirt. Then yes, it was a fucked up chat. I think that crazy shit went on there, and I've seen crazy shit too, but
oh my god.
Yeah, you got more stories? Is there more stories you can hear or no?
Just all the people that get exposed, man, that shit is crazy. And I guess it was just easier to do it on Flirt because there was no proper moderation after a certain point in time. So
but it's like people, after they got exposed, they were still going there. Like, I'm not gonna say no names, but I heard stories of a fucking girl like sticking toothbrush on cam, on fucking playing with her pussy on cam. I don't know who or what. I don't know the whole story, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Listen, I don't care if I name drop. And plus, this little girl, well, she ain't alone no more. She don't even get on no more. But I guess originally, she did it with a toothbrush, like an electric toothbrush.
Electric toothbrush, and there was photos she was playing, and she actually like I don't even know how old she was, and I just think it's fucked up. Like, so, and then on main chat, people are just sharing these fucking shit on these photos. She stick the toothbrush in her pussy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, she was underage the first time, and
she was underage. Wow.
Yeah, and the second time she used, I guess, Sharpies, but she did it with the same person and got exposed again. But the fucked up thing is,
how old was the other person though? Was he like underage too?
Well, the other person. I don't know.
Should
How
we drop names? I
old?
mean, do you think it's
Listen,
okay to drop names or no?
I'm pretty sure it was Anton. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um,
Anton.
yeah, Anton. See, I was cool with I was cool
He
with
was
Anton.
young though. He was a teenager at that time. I believe he was a teenager.
Yeah, I know he was younger. I just don't know exactly how old he was at the time.
He was okay. I'm not defending him. I know he was underage at that time because I was also a teenager myself. So he was around my age. Some people I do remember, and they seemed young too, and they didn't look old as hell. Anton was young at that time. Some were old. So I heard like going back. Just pause for a second. So like I heard like Sin was in his 30s when I first joined. So he was one person that I heard that was really old was Sin. But Anton, I know he was a young dude, and he had recently actually joined my server and left. Um, but yeah. So going back to what you were saying about the nudes and everything.
Oh yeah, that shit. But that girl, after the second time she got exposed with the fucking Sharpies up her fucking pussy, she faked her own death, and she got Kiana to go along with it, and I was so upset because I formed genuine bonds with these girls, and I consider them friends. Kiana even had my number. I still have her on Facebook. You know, we're cool now, but at the time, you know, I got really upset with her, and I found out that this girl was faking it. And I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you go along with that? And why the fuck of all people would you lie to me about that privately too? So, you know,
well, people lie all the time, though. Is that like that's what I'm saying? There's people are gonna lie regardless. Like people are gonna make shit up just to get attention and create hype.
Faking
I
your
don't
own
know.
death is just so extra though. Like that's fucked up, especially when you're like trying to convince your actual like people on there, like people you were friends with, that it happened. Like, what are you trying to gain from that? Like, now nobody likes you. Congratulations, bye. It's like, yeah, I didn't talk to her ever again after that. That was
Right. Listen, Maddy, you think the feds ever got involved or no? Or it wasn't like you think everything's got serious to the point where feds are just gonna get involved and watch the chat or something?
What on Flirt?
Yeah, like back in the days in his prime era. Now, I mean, it's just dead. So
I don't think they would have. They did, because I feel like if they did, somebody would have been got arrested for something, or we would have heard about it. Like,
okay, so you mentioned arrested. I heard of a guy named Tootie getting arrested because for some kiddie porn charges or something. He was in. I don't know if it's true. Again, I'm not gonna say something that I don't know, but I heard rumors. I think it was Chucky. I'm not sure, or it was Wizzy. I don't know if you remember that guy.
the
There was
Asian.
Edwin Wizzy. I don't know if you remember these names.
Yeah, I remember him.
But I heard that Tootie was arrested because there was some like I don't know if it's true though, but you remember Tootie, right? He was one of the old OGs around that time.
I don't think I do, honestly. People, they would change their usernames so much in their reg names. I lost track after a while.
Yeah, they would change their fucking names so much. I had my name since day one, since Assassin's Creed 1 video game came out. The main character was Altair, and that's where I got my name from. People like, oh, you call yourself Altair so you can do alt accounts. I'm like, no, dipshit. I'm not on an alt account. If I have an alt account, I'll say I'm on an alt account. It's very easy to spot me on an alt account. I'm not always on fucking tunes and alts. So Altair was the name of a fucking video game character. And that's where I got the name from. So
I got different names back then. I only had Goddess like halfway through, honestly.
But we all knew you as Maddy, that's just we all knew you as okay, oh that's Maddy or Goddy, now you're Goddy. So there was a lot of people, they quit though. They're not on there anymore. I remember Juan, fucking he used to be a cool dude. I don't know if you remember him, long hair Juan dude. There were so many people like back in the days, they'd be so active. I guess they moved on with their lives and they don't fucking care anymore. And they're like, fuck it. It's a dead site, it's dying. So it's not
they grew up, and got lives. I mean, that's what supposed to happen. Sometimes it's like almost bittersweet because you're like, damn, like this whole online community that I used to communicate with every day, it's like dying out. And even if you don't like the people, you're like, damn, I miss like the time, like the nostalgia.
But that has always been like different compared to like video chat sites and social media. It's always been like a different side because all you're doing is typing, right? You're typing words and you're reading words. That's all it is, words. It's wordplay. If you think about it, it's all wordplay. And whatever you input, you know, you're going to process that on the screen. It's going to display on the chat box. And, you know, whatever you see, whatever people are going to respond to it is the output, you know. So what I'm trying to say is it's all wordplay, and it's always been wordplay till this day. So I don't think people should take it too seriously, you know, and whatever happens on that should stay on that, you know. So when people do this crazy shit, trying to contact your family or showing up at your workplace, there could be consequences, and people should be careful because you don't know who you're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, like anybody, you could be anybody online, and then in real life, you a completely different person, persona, personality, whatever you want to call it. Like, you just fuck with the wrong person, you're gonna get yours, like, dead ass. There's people in this world that really do not play. Like, they'll say that they about it, and they're just like, nah, you're not, because maybe they just underestimate them because of, like, where they're from, who they are, how they talk, you know, how they carry themselves online. But it's like,
oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
they could be in a gang for all you know. Like, I don't know what the fuck they do. Like, I would never just try to sneak up on somebody in real life from the site. Like, that's a little too much, you know.
Right.
People
like I was in an e-gang, right? Like Maddy, I was in an e-gang. I was e-gangster basically in IDOT. I was just a fucking internet gangster. I'm telling the truth, but in reality, I'm just a soft fucking punk nerd, you know, like I'm just a fucking weak, skinny little nerd, you know, living with his mama in his basement, you know, so I mean her basement. So fucking like I'm soft, like I'm just like fucking I'm too high. Half the time I don't know what's going on. And I think that, you know, it's fucking embarrassing that I'm doing a XAT podcast. I'm not the founder of the podcast. It was someone else's idea. I just went along with it. They're not even paying me for this.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid for this. This is fucking embarrassing. I'm a grown ass man doing XAT podcast and they're not fucking paying me. Anyhow, so moving on. So we covered a lot on XAT. So, you know, about your experiences. So is there something like you would like else you would want to say just related to XAT and when flirt chat is like there's something that you miss or something you don't like? Something you just want to say?
Man, listen. I just miss everything. I miss the whole community. I'm not going to... Obviously, we all move on with our lives, but it's literally like one big dysfunctional family. And although it's fucking pathetic, it's like, I fucking love it. Like, if I didn't, I would have, you know, been involved with these people for so many years, whether, you know, the times were good or bad. Like I said, it's literally like a family, and I really wouldn't change my experience on it. I don't know about others, but I mean, half of it, I spent so much time on it that, you know, no matter what we say, it's still going to be, you know, a part of us because it was an experience in our lives.
Right.
So, you know, it's just a little fragment in time that I'll always low-key kind of cherish, even if that sounds fucking corny.
Right. You were breaking up a little teeny weeny bit, not too much. Just want to let you know. Yeah. I don't know if that's me, but okay. You could hear me fine, right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Like, all my shit is good. So I don't know.
Okay.
But Discord and choppy sometimes. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it gets choppy like when it gets to 40, 50 minutes. So we're into 41 minutes. I mean, I don't mind. We can keep going for a couple of more. Maddy, I want to go back to back a couple of years. There's this person I want to ask you about. Do you still keep in touch with I James? I don't know whatever happened to that guy. Remember I James back in the day?
Yes, I remember him. Me and him were cool as fuck. He used to talk to me, you know, about his real life shit, his family. I do not keep in contact with him. I never kept contact with him off of XAT. But every time he would get on, you know, we would always talk, you know, and catch up. because he was just cool as fuck. In my opinion, he was a real ass dude.
IS James.
Yes, like I don't know how his relationship with other people are, because I know he would like to talk. He liked to talk shit, but
yeah,
he
was a funny guy.
Yeah, me and him, we were just cool as fuck. Like he was literally like a brother, like that type of energy, and I enjoy talking to him.
Me too. Like I don't think he really liked me anything, but it was just so fun. Like he used to talk so much hard shit, like gangster shit. Because he's this white guy acting tough like a wigger, and I really admired like his passion to talk shit online, and I loved it so much. Then I adopted IDOT. I would imitate him, and I put IDOT in my name. Like I didn't start this shit. People are like, oh, IDOT E Gang, the first E Gang. I took that and I put it in my name, and people like, oh, look at IDOT. It was just that's how it all got started, and like later in the future, over the years, I had like 100 people join IDOT. I could name you so many people off the head, like Zeus, Hannah, Sab, San, fucking Vanitas, Brendo. So many fucking people had IDOT in their fucking name. Because I used to troll IDOT James, like because he used to talk all this gangster shit. He would say, and he was a white guy, and excuse me for saying the N-word, nigga. Like he would just fucking talk all this crazy gangster shit, and find out that he's really a rich kid in real life who's trying to be black. There was a rapper, right? And back in I think it was 2010 maybe, or 2000, I don't know, 2010, 2012. There's a rapper called Nipsey Hussle, because he's from West Coast. I didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was, so he would always message me YouTube links. He's like, listen to this rapper Nipsey Hussle. He's so fucking awesome. I started listening to Nipsey Hussle because of him. And I got into his music. I'm like, okay, the West Coast music, really fucking hot. He loved that rapper so much, and he used to say he was a Crip. Like he would say he got rid of IDOT from his name. He put WC30s, West Coast Crips or whatever. He said he was a Crip gangster, which is not true, because I found out later that he was a rich dude. He came from a nice home, and he was a rich white kid. Like, you're not a Crip, dude. What are you doing? I just really thought it was funny as hell. That's how all that IDOT shit got started. It was funny.
That I really thought y'all were cool back in the day. Like I thought it was just y'all fucking around with like banter going back and forth. Honestly,
God, I missed the old flirt days. They were fun as hell. Like it was so fucking chill and stupid and bad, and like it was just so chill. Like you could just have and every time you could go there like 3 a.m. at night, people still in that fucking bitch just typing away.
It was always busy, because all them people from them different time zones, they were just on it. Like the only thing that used to piss me off on there was when there were so many people in just one of the little server jaunts, so that you had to stay in the other one, and there's nobody you want to fuck with there. And I'm like, bruh, like take me back.
The pools, right? You're talking about the pools.
Yeah. Like those would get on my damn nerves. Like get the fuck off. Let me go back.
Right. Yeah, I would always be in Glory City and shit, and I met a whole bunch of people there, and I was hanging out with a different crew. I was hanging out with fucking Zeus and fucking, I don't know, other people. I thought Be Nice was pretty funny too.
Oh my god.
Be Nice was a XAT rapper. Yeah. You remember him.
I was pretty cool with him. I'm pretty sure I still have him added on.
Wait, you still talk to Be Nice?
I don't talk to him, but I guess I do have a way to contact him, technically.
Well, you listen, you don't have to invite him to XAT or anything. Just send him a link to the XAT podcast and show him the first episode with Pookie, and be like, we included your rap song in there. Just you can share the link. If you want, listen, I was going to ask you, you can share the XAT podcast link with other people. I'm sure they're not going to come to XAT, which I totally respect, but I'm sure they could give a minute or two to check out XATpodcast.com. It's also on Spotify. You can also send them the Spotify link if they listen to Spotify, and you can let them know that their names were mentioned. So,
I mean, shit, even if you don't know none of these people, it's just interesting to hear about the crazy experiences and, just other people's viewpoint on the answers that go on. But I could definitely message him and see if I can get in contact with him. I don't know if because I love to, like, if they like the podcast, I would love them to hear it, or at least give some feedback or react,
I'm not asking them to come back to XAT or Discord or any shit like that. Just check us out. We're on Spotify. So that'll be fucking cool. That'll be fucking dope, dude.
Hell yeah! Now I hope I do get in contact with him. Yo, hand clap. That shit is too funny. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I would play that shit with my best friend in real life, and we would just die. We would literally sing it. Same with Wheezy songs. We'll be bumping.
Yeah, Weezy's been around forever, and he's still making rap songs till this day. He's a XAT rapper. He's a legit XAT rapper.
Yeah, he's funny as shit. Like, I don't understand how anyone could hate him. He's so fucking funny to me. Like, back in the day, I used to get on an alt, and I would use his pictures, and I called myself Easy Breezy Beautiful Weezy. And I would just act like him. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
Funny.
Yeah, I remember that. Weezy's funny, and I spoke with Dennis on one of my podcasts, and he trolled Weezy a lot. But in the end, he's like, the guy's funny. He seemed like he cared for him. He's like, I wish him all the best in life, and it was just all fun and giggles,
Yeah, because he just be minding his business. He just cutting it up, having fun like the rest of us. So I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. I know he did I actually did a session with Weezy. I don't know when he's gonna be up, when Tech is gonna put him up, because Tech is the CEO of the podcast. So like, I don't know when we already did a session with Weezy, and it was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh my god!
Really, we had a real conversation, no fucking stupid shit, and the guy seems like a chill dude. He's a great guy. I wish him all the best. I told him that some of his music wasn't bad. It's just he doesn't have any professional like studio. He doesn't have a professional microphone or people to support him. Right. I think that he could have done a lot with his music, and he has so many songs recorded, but it's like he's using the same microphone from 2008. Like, bro, I think you're talented. You just need the right people to work with if this is what you wanted to do. But mad love for Weezy. Listen, Maddy, I want to go back to Be Nice for a second. So Be Nice was also a XAT rapper. Have you heard the story of Be Nice having sex with stuffed toys?
I saw the picture and the gift that somebody made of it. That was so embarrassing. I had secondhand embarrassment looking at that. Like, he really was fucking like a teddy bear or some shit. Like, and he did not care. I swear, every time he got exposed, it's like he liked it because he just kept getting exposed. He had so many like dick gifs getting out, leaked and shit. And he was always talking to some new girl and getting shit from her. And oh my god, they'd be exposing each other. And I'm like, y'all are fucking ridiculous. But he was funny as shit.
Yeah, like that's fucking crazy shit like that happening. People sticking their, Be Nice sticking his dick in a fucking stuffed toy. I just think that's fucking weird and crazy. I like Be Nice. He had a crew. He had an E-gang called MILFmen. He was competing with IDOT back in the day. IDOT was MILFmen. He had a lot of people in there, and he was upset about IDOT being so big. And he, it's like, all right, I'm gonna have there was an era of E-gangs. Like literally, if you went into Divine Time and Glory City, there were E-gangs. Like it wasn't like individual. Like, you had to be cool with somebody on Flirt. If you came to Flirt, you had to have friends on Flirt, just mutual respect. It was like it was like going to jail for the first time.
Right. I did the whole little MILF men thing for a little bit, and then I guess some of the girls, they made their own little gang called like EFB or whatever, like exposing.
That was weird. Yeah, that was Mike. No disrespect to Mike. He's a nice guy. Well, the wheelchair Mike, really nice guy. He reps EFB till this day.
Yes, that, and there was another one for like the girls exposing the guys. And after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of these fucking E-gangs. I'm gonna just have my own fake little thing. That's why my name has had Triple K Mafia.
Yeah, I remember that Triple K. I remember that shit.
It's just all like fun and games. It ain't nothing serious,
it's all fun and laughs. I hope people don't take that shit's anything serious on there. It's whatever happens should stay on there. I'm glad nothing ever got too fucking serious, but it's always been fun and laughs, and it should stay like that.
Oh yeah.
So there was E-gangs. Like I said, if you went on Flirt, you had to have you had to be cool with someone. If you were just alone, like people would have just fucked with you.
Or you just had to sit there and observe and figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, and then they had the pools. Like Divine Time was like the ghetto shit.
Yeah.
Glory City was for like, mostly white preppy fucking people, and fucking, I don't know, Swell Club was like some fucking troll shit. I know Chucky used to be in there, and like Divine Time was like the ghetto, like the Africa fucking, like all the ghetto people would just be there, and
I was there. Yep, I sure was. That's where all the shit was popping off.
Right. So I'm gonna tell you something. So I was talking to Tech earlier. He actually messaged me and he sent me an audio clip. Zad has a DJ, right? Like there used to be other chat rooms like DJ shit.
Oh yeah.
So he sent me a clip today, and there was a DJ, Zad DJ. I was actually shouting us out. He's like, check out ZadPodcast.com.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, we're hoping. I hope 42 comes on here. I love to fucking interview 42. Like, I have. You know who 42 is? He's the owner of Flirt, and he's the owner of Zad. Oh my god, I love to fucking have him. If I can get 42 on the Zad podcast, even for like 5 minutes, like this shit is really, really official. Even though we are on Spotify right now, I would love to ask him questions. About so much shit. But specifically about Flirt, how come he didn't put mods in there, like,
right.
I would love to ask him that.
I feel like we need like a Zat reality TV show, like everybody, like few people just get in a house each season, almost like Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, because Zat is unique because it's not, again, I said it earlier, it's not like a video chat site. It's not fucking social media. It's not like anything else. It's just, it was so unique. It had a Flash back in the day. You would have fucking grids and YouTube player. It was just, like I said, it's all wordplay. That's what makes a difference. There's no mic involved. There's no video involved. It was all words. You're reading words. You're typing words. That's all.
Apparently, you could cam on there. I did not know that for the longest time. I mean, no one ever really did it.
No one did it, right? No one gave a shit about it. They were just, I know that.
For the longest time, I'm like, yo, what the fuck does this actually work? Until I saw that people were actually, using it. And I'm like, that's so weird. Like, I would never use it.
But yeah, not a lot of people use it, though. There was like hardly I seen people using it. It was just word. People were just so enjoying themselves typing words.
Right. It's like if they wanted to do that, they went to Tiny Chat.
Yeah, I've never really used that shit. I know you heard of Jumpin' Chat. Like, everybody was on there. I get banned. I did
more of the Tiny Chat days than Jumpin' Chat. Like, I used to be on there all night with like a group of people, fucking Fat Andrew, this dude named Brandon, he used to go by like Stiff Miser or something like that.
Bro, hold on. I know like so many Brandons. You got, I don't know which, there's Brando, then there's like a Mexican Brandon. He goes by the name of Theo. There's a Brandon.
More.
Twerk? Do you mean Twerk, Brandon?
No, this dude, he doesn't get on anymore. He used to go by, like I said, Stiff Miser or something like this. And he was like in the military or some shit for a while. Like,
oh, in the military. That's cool.
Yeah, like, oh my god, it was a wild time. Jesus.
Yeah, there was crazy times. And have you ever hung out on JV Zone? There was a competition.
Yes,
Flirt and Big Zone. Okay.
I feel like everyone just went kind of back and forth. If one was dead, people would just go to the other, and and vice versa. So I did hang out on there for a little bit. I think it started I don't know if it went under like a new owner or if they started getting what, but it just changed, and there's too many new people, too many like bots and shit. And I was like, I don't care about that. Like, I'm just going to Flirt.
Yeah, that's always been the main spot, like, since day one. Just if you've been on Zad, like, it's always been like the main hangout spot, or people went to fucking, there were other chats too, like Lobby and Celebrity. They all died out though.
Yeah, honestly, for the longest time, when I was on Zad, I didn't know that there was different chats. Like, I knew that there was the one I was originally on, and then I was on this one called Messenger Freak, and then we went to Flirt, but I didn't know how many rooms were actually on XAT, because, I just didn't bother to check and explore the site like that. Like, so I was just really astonished when I finally figured it the fuck out. And people are like, oh, I came from, the emo chat. I hear people talk about that one, and like some Pokemon chat, some Club Penguin shit. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I didn't even know these fucking existed.
Yeah, there was so much shit. Like, there was Club Penguin and there's a whole bunch of fucking chats. Well, all of them pretty much dead now. Like, I think it's because when they got rid of Flash, people were like, fucking, all right, let's move on. I don't know how XAT is still around. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm not saying it's a bad site. I still think it's good, but it was better when it was Flash. A lot of these chats are just not the same no more. They're, people just usually go to help, and they have like private little chats with only 4 or 5 people in there. Back in the day, you would see like 30, 40 people in chats, like a bunch of multiple chats, so many different people. And
different pools in the chat, yo. Days.
Yeah, and even with Flirt, there was like 4 pools full of fucking people. You had like at least 30 to 50 people in one pool, and that's how it was. Same with JB Zone. There was like 2 or 3 pools. It's not the same no more, and I do think that Flash, the thing, you don't even have a grid anymore, and it's just not the same experience anymore.
Yeah, the grid, I don't know. The grid was kind of important because then you didn't have to click people's profiles, and
that was the best thing. Yeah, it was like an entrance. You would see someone pop in. Oh shit! Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Right. Like, oh my God, I love the powers. Like, I did not spend no money on that shit at all, but people did.
Oh no! Listen, Maddy, I'm sorry to cut you off. I've never spent 1 penny either. I don't know if I'd never fucking spent $1 on XAT till this day.
Like, everybody, like, people gave me my shit. Like, anytime I had XATs or powers, it was given to me, or I used the XATs to get them from other people. Like, even I got like name color and like purple pawn. I didn't buy that shit. He gave it to me for my birthday. Fucking Rapid, man.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about Rapid. We can do that. Sure.
Oh shit. Yeah, Rapid, man. I used to we used to hate each other. He used to go at me all the time.
Same.
Like, he would pull up my picture, the one that got out, and I'm just like, boy, why are you harboring that? Like, I'm a grown ass woman now. Like,
he was pulling out a picture when you were underage, when you were a minor.
Yes.
He's a grown man. I mean, he shouldn't be doing that. I mean, me and Rapid never really got along. No hate for the guy, but he would always come at me as well. Like, he would just say so much effed up shit. But he's a grown man. I mean, I don't think he should be saving pictures of underage girls, and especially you. He shouldn't be doing that. I think it's wrong.
He only had it because fucking Gucci had it, because him. He has like binders full of women or some shit. Like
Gucci, Mexican Gucci, the one we know.
Yes. The
okay.
One and only. Like, so he gave it to him because Gucci used to be the one that would do it the most. Like, he was weird with it. He was obsessed with it.
I think Gucci's like the XAT library. Gucci has photos of everybody. Even like if you say hi to Gucci and Gucci doesn't know you and you have your profile photo, Gucci will just save it and put it in some folder or vault. Right. Gucci had photos of everybody, whether they were underage or not. He just saved photos and information. Like, Gucci just, not information, but Gucci just saves photos. And then, I don't know.
Everything. Yo, oh my God. Speaking of saving pictures, Coke does too. He got doxxed and he just has a whole bunch of pictures of, girls saved, just random shit saved, and stuff that people have posted in servers. Like, it's so weird. He saves their selfies, their like default pictures.
Yeah, he's a fucking moron. I don't. Yeah. Coke is like whatever. I don't really speak to the guy like that. I don't have any association with Coke, so I mean, he's doing his own shit. I don't have I never held a conversation with Coke. He's I don't know. That guy should just whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, that guy he's just a wannabe Altair. He's fucking I don't know. Like, XFM sucks and all this stupid shit. I still go on that to, sometimes time to time I go on there. I've said a lot of crazy shit too. I'm not gonna lie. And but I've always told people, listen, I'm sorry. If I hurt you in any way, I don't dox people. I would just talk shit. Like I never got personal, but I always said, I would say shit. Sometimes I could say some retarded gay shit. Like I'd be like, hey, why don't you take a shit all over my chest? I would say stupid shit like that, and it sounds cringe in person. Like it sounds cringe if I say it now, talking to you, like Maddy, poo on my chest. Like it doesn't sound funny at all. But if I went on and say it on that, okay, it sounds funny. Like I would say dumb, silly shit at dumb random times. Um, you know, a little Emma, she had sex with her dog. Like I don't mean that shit. I'm like, because somebody said it, so I said it. Okay. Then I'm like, hey, little Emma. Yeah, I
That
would
was
tell Emma. I apologize to Emma for that, by the way. I did tell her, and she said it's cool. So
that rumor was so stupid because I was literally there when it originated because I was slightly involved. Okay, so you know that like opossum Vicky girl who just gets on. I don't even know where this bitch came from. She just ran.
awesome, Dicky. You're talking about Minerva Minx or whatever, or Luna.
I just know.
Awesome, Dicky.
Yeah, I just know she go by that. Like her name is Vicky. I know she did go by a few different names too, but
I
her
think so. Maybe I know her or him.
her names are like Possum, and that's it. But anyway, uh, she would just pick on people, talk shit, and I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up, because she just kept going and going, and I just got tired of it. So I'm like, just shut up, bro. Like you smell like wet dog. I was like, you probably fuck your dog. So me and Emma were laughing. Everybody just laughing in general, because. And then she just started saying, "Oh, Emma fucks her dog," and just kept repeating it. And I guess people ain't like Emma and just went with it.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm guilty of that too. I've said it as well, but I spoke to her private one time. She wanted to join my server. She's like, I want to join your server because of a guy named Lee John or Lee Jean, if I said it right. So I told her I'm sorry, and she's like, okay, it's cool. Can you talk to Lejean? I don't know. Lejean is like, I don't know. He made a Zat bot or something on
Yeah,
Discord. And
yeah,
I'm
I
like, I seem
know.
like a nice guy. Yeah, he doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't. Me and him, we got in this argument a while ago. Like, we were like, I guess we were just cool, not friends or anything. We're just, whatever, cordial. And we got in an argument. I don't even know what the fuck it was about. Like, I do not know, but we just kind of hated each other and would go back and forth for, a while. Like, I don't even remember why. Shit.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like,
Like I said, dysfunctional family.
yeah, but I know he was dating dating actually, little Emma. I used to talk to little Emma on Kick App many years ago. I don't know. Anyways, I wish her Emma all the best, and she's cool people. Um, but yeah, I always kept it mutual with a lot of people as well. Like I never got personal with people because I don't trust people easily. Like I don't just go on and hey, I trust you. What's up? Here's me. Let's I've been only close to like 2 or 3 people. One of them doesn't be on there anymore. I've spoken to 2 people off Zat on the phone, on text, and they, even till this day, I'm cool with them. We have that mutual respect. They're good people, and we argue time to time, we fight, and then we make up. So we just have that mutual good relationship. We grew up on Zat. We're the same age. So no disrespect to that person. Yeah. So shit. I don't even know how long we've been talking. Shit, we were past 1 hour. Wow, hour 5 minutes. Yeah, Maddy. I mean, you got like any last minute comments and like something else? There's something. You know, if you
Yeah.
noticed, everything we talked was Zat related. Nothing personal. So like, if there's something else you just want to say to people or that people, at the end of the day, you and I know that not a lot of people are going to listen to this. The people that are actually going to listen to it is really from Zat. Mostly Zat people are going to listen to it at the end of the day.
Listen, we all here for a good time, not a long time. All right. So
Right.
I don't know. I just hope everybody, keeps living up the experience, for as long as they can or able to, and I hope they, whether it was good or bad, I hope they, learned from it. And, I hope everyone had at least a good time. You know, like personally for me, I made a lot of lifelong friends on there, which is something I never thought I'd say about anyone.
Right.
There is obviously I don't trust everybody, but there's a handful of people in there that I've met over the years that I definitely do trust. And I'm so glad I met them. They definitely changed my life. And whether anybody wants to admit it or not, like this shit is always going to be with us. And, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just really glad I got to meet everybody I did and got to, that's it.
So before we go, I want to ask you, what advice would you give to people that are still on XAT, living with their mom, they're living in the basement, and they're still on XAT with no jobs, no girlfriend, no life? Like, what advice would you give to those people that are still there, stuck in that virtual reality?
Listen, everybody, even if it's late in life, everybody moves at their own pace. One thing I always went by, in general, is, slow progress is still progress. So, nobody's going to be at the same place in life. If it takes you longer, okay, but don't dwell there. Just
Right. Yeah. Listen, it was interesting. It was great speaking to you. I think it was a lot different from the last time I spoke to you. So it's just like, I'm not drunk or high right now. So that's why I just, it's just, I'm really calm. Like I had a good time speaking to you. I hope someday maybe you can do this again.
Yes, most definitely.
Maybe, and please do share the XATpodcast.com link and the Spotify link. If you don't have it, I'll send it to you.
Yes.
Share it with the OGs, like the OGs that used to come around, like Be Nice and them. Do hit them up. Be like, hey, just check the XAT podcast down. Your music is being shared. You're being talked about, not in a bad way, but and not nothing, not being toxic, anything about, and not being toxic about it. Just we're talking about you in a good way as a memory. So do check us out. Look, Maddy, it was great talking to you, and I just want to wish you all the best. You have a good night.
Yes, likewise. You too.
Take care. Peace.
Bye.